What do you sense is happening behind the scenes, and what the universe is secretly bringing to you? So Spirit, may we please have a look for the viewer. What does the viewer sense is happening behind the scenes? May we have a look. What do they sense is happening behind the scenes? Oh, almost came out. Okay, we've got a number of cards. We've got the Magician, we've got the Queen of Swords, and then we've got Judgment. And let's have a look at what is the universe secretly bringing for the viewer. What is the universe secretly bringing? Oh, we've got the Two of Swords. So what you are sensing behind the scenes is actually quite razor sharp at this time. You are seeing truths, or you are sensing that there are truths that are about to be revealed. We have the Magician, and this suggests that you are really feeling the energy of manifestation around you, as though you are co-creating with the universe, as of course you are. And then we have the Judgment card, and the Judgment card is showing you that you may be very aware of an inner or an outer calling. Perhaps you feel on the edge of some kind of breakthrough or a decision that could change everything. And what the universe is secretly bringing to you is symbolized by this Two of Swords, and this is truly intriguing. So while you might feel blind to what's ahead, on a deeper level, there's a part of you that is already peeking through the veil, ready to see. We're going to talk about that in a little moment. But the universe is offering you clarity and resolution where there maybe once has been confusion or indecision. And even if it's not fully visible to you yet, it's as though the universe is really gently guiding you to trust what is unfolding, even when it's hidden from plain sight. So these cards tend to indicate to me that this reading is going to be for someone who feels that they're maybe standing at some sort of crossroads, sensing that there are some really big shifts that are happening beneath the surface, and whether that's in love or purpose or life direction. And this is going to be for someone who's ready to uncover both what your soul already knows and the blessings that the universe has in store. So I don't normally do this, but I'm actually going to start with pile 2 because I am so intrigued with this card. And to me, as I'm looking at it, it feels like you are this central figure, and you're the one who's holding space in the middle of all of this. Now, the Two of Swords, it often speaks of a decision, of being at a crossroads, but this is a really unique image because there's something deeper that's unfolding. So I'm going to bring this closer so that you can see what I'm seeing. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Okay, can you see that she is actually blindfolded, but I can also see her eyes peeking out from beneath it. Can you see that too? It feels like a very subtle but powerful sign that you're not as blind to what's happening as you might think. Your intuition is very much already guiding you and catching glimpses of truth and insight. In this upper right hand corner, we can see that there is a sliver of the moon, and this is symbolizing quiet wisdom and intuition and the unseen forces that really support you right now. Now, another thing that's really interesting is these two figures in the foreground. Now, in every other reading that I've done, I've always seen them as dueling. We can see that they're standing with their swords raised. But you know what? I've never really noticed their posture actually doesn't feel aggressive. It's, to me, as I'm looking at it this time and seeing it with fresh eyes, it feels like two masculine energies, whether these are literal individuals or whether they are symbolic protectors, but they're not actually in conflict. But they could be in this silent guardianship, really shielding you as you navigate the space of uncertainty and this inner knowing. Do you see what I mean? They don't look like they are in aggressive stances. So as I'm looking at this card, it feels to me like the universe is actually bringing you a circle of protection. This is energies or people who are holding space for you and defending your purpose and ensuring that you can move forward when the time is right. So even if you feel in the dark at times, you're not alone. And the path, it feels like it's being cleared for you in ways that you can't fully see yet, but your soul is already sensing it. Now let's go back to pile number 1. What you are sensing is happening behind the scenes shows up as the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is actually one of the most discerning, clear-sighted figures in the whole of tarot. So she sees through illusions and nothing really gets past her sharp intellect and intuitive clarity. Again, in this particular deck, there's a subtle shift in the energy because normally she is facing forward into the future, as she traditionally does. And this queen is actually turning and she is looking into the past. And this tells me that there's some sort of story of reflection. To me, it suggests that right now you might be sensing that the guidance or the answers or the truth that you need are maybe tied to something that you've already lived through. Your past experiences are acting as your compass, really helping you to make a very precise, fair, and necessary decision in the present moment. Now, she does have her usual hand gestures. One hand is firmly gripped to her sword, and this is a symbol of truth and boundaries and readiness to cut away what no longer serves. And in the other hand, she extends this open hand, palm outstretched. And this gesture feels like an invitation, as if she's reaching back and calling in a lesson or a memory, or even support from the past that is going to aid her and you now. So there's another very intriguing part of this card where there's these 3 people that look like they're carrying this canoe in the background. And, you know, this canoe, it could be representing a vessel for the journey, often a spiritual or emotional passage across unknown waters. And the fact that these figures are moving away and they seem to be disappearing into the shadows, it might suggest that there's something or someone that has already begun to leave your energetic field. And perhaps these are remnants of old connections or influences or support systems that once served you, but they're no longer needed, and that retreat really clears space for you to move forward with clarity and strength. So this card, it seems to indicate to me that there's some sort of sorting process and using the wisdom of your past to make decisions that are going to shape your future with precision and grace. Now, the Magician is equally as intriguing in this particular deck. So traditionally, the Magician is the master of manifestation, the one who really channels a lot of divine energy and brings visions into tangible form. But in this depiction, the energy is very layered and complex because we're seeing the Magician from behind. You might feel like you're standing on a stage of sorts, very visible to others, maybe being observed or judged. And the presence of this audience, it hints that your work or your gifts or your essence are on display in some way, whether that's publicly or within a close circle. The infinity symbol that we see from above, it reminds you that your power is real and endless. And the tools that we see left on the ground and the monkey, they also hint that there might be a fear, or there might be this imposter syndrome, or maybe you feel like you're not using your full potential. And behind the scenes, it really feels like you're on the edge of stepping into authenticity, but maybe still holding back out of worry about how others see you. And Spirit really encourages you to pick up all of your tools, that you are more ready than you think. Lastly, we have the Judgment card, and I'm seeing you as this angel here, the one who's calling others to awaken with your voice and your presence, and they hear you. You're guiding others towards their purpose. We are, of course, short on time again, but if you would like your own private reading, I have a couple of specials. We have a July energy reading and a recorded 7/7 portal reading that are available. The links are in my bio.